Alright, we back, y'all. Part 5. Apparently we are 0 and what, 3? And we're checking the league standings. I'm first in receiving y'all's receptions and all that deal. I guess we're doing cool so far, I guess. But we just can't win. But hopefully we get a win. We back at home playing against the Commanders. Let's see what they got us with this Brian deal. I said all that watch me fucking lose. Alright, so it says equip a visor, Oakley visor. Oh damn, they both win, they winless too. Shit, we gotta get a win. Golly,
The Cardinals offense set up in good field position here to begin their drive. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout. He had the golden hands a week ago. Double-digit catches. Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive indeed, because when you put up those kind of numbers against an NFL defense, what's that old line that they like to use? He's like my favorite diner. Always open.
Throwing to start the drive. Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Murray. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Murray. He's got it to Williams. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. Comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
He's got McBride here over the middle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want...
And he'll take this one.
Okay, Marvin Harrison,
touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them and all.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
At the 12-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing now is Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
The football going back over to Arizona now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw. Murray. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Here comes third and the length of the football. Looking to throw. Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there.
I
Played the
thought
ball,
that
never
poor
lost
route
sight of
running.
where
I
it was
gotta
headed,
stop.
and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Murray to air it out again. And that is incomplete.
Say you stop playing with me, bro.
Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He acting like he locked down.
The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this...
Throwing to start the drive. Murray got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We probably gonna fuck around lose this game, bro. About out of winless.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag routes good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun, Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A short one here, caught by McBride. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Benson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Shotgun now for Murray. Open man here is Benson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Now a 2nd and 2. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Man open left side. It's Williams. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Now Murray again. Finding Williams once more, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 17-14, 2:18 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Caught left side.
Oh, yeah.
Williams.
I'm out of there.
Down
I'm
the
out of
left
there.
sideline.
I'm out of there.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, a run with Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. To throw is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to line. That was an excellent
first win.
Victory, Charles.
We get the first win.
In the fourth quarter, both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Cards, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week.
We get the first win, y'all. Let's go ahead. We can play this one more game. Be done with it for the day.
What up, man? I'm looking for some superstars like you to play in some showdown events. Let's go play some 3-on-3. Go on, Eric.
It's week 5 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on the Cardinals' sure-handed wide receiver. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Cardinals.
Yeah, we in the rain with it, though.
The Cards offense ready to get things started, coming off their first win of the season a week ago. And the one we'll be watching is this man at wideout. He's off to a good start. You see the numbers, up over 500 yards already.
When they need a first down, they call his number. When they need a big play, they call his number. When they want a touchdown, they expect him to deliver.
Murray now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. Comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. It'll be a gain of 5, and now that sets up 3rd and 2. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond. Touchdown given up.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. To throw is Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McBride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Murray going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Here's Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Murray now to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Looking to throw. Murray goes right back to McBride. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing again, Murray. And he rifles one incomplete.
To this point, I've been defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw, it's Murray. There's a short one caught by Ryman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Throwing now is Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop it. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw. Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Murray to air it out again. And he fires one incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cards are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the...
The Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Murray. He'll dump this one off to Connor. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, a short one here, caught by McBride. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half from Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start with a good one in Southern California. Green Bay in town to take on Los Angeles in the NFC. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown reception. From there, we take the long trip back across the country, then across the pond. Check out the action in London. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. J.J. McCarthy, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Seahawks trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that
one out wide and
What type of shit was
intercepted.
that?
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
What
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. And that is incomplete here. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Murray. A short one here caught by McBride. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the set. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. A short one here caught by McBride. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to McBride. And a couple of from the 21 to the 19.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
If we could get a stop, we could go for the 2. We could make it an overtime, but I doubt it though. We better lose this damn game anyway. Better be 1-4.
Kyler Murray.
Oh, wait a minute.
Cardinal offense down 28-21. A little under 30 seconds remaining. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on first down. Now Murray. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Back to throw, Murray. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. For the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is third down. Murray to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, it took us until the final play charge to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that.
Alright, we're gonna end this here for real, for real. What the fuck? Oh yeah, we're gonna end this here. Hope y'all enjoy this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and all that there. And I'm out. Y'all have a blessed one.